Welcome. This is your teacher David Garcia, and today we will be working with the topic of the circle, specifically with some of its properties. The properties we will be handling today are the radius, the area, and the circumference. So the objective of these problems is to get to the standard form of the equation of the circle from the information given. So the first example, we have -3, 2 as the center coordinates, and the radius equals 9. Now, this problem is extremely easy, this variation, since we already have h, k, and we have the radius. So it's just a matter of substituting the values where it corresponds, and that's about it. So we begin with x minus -3, and this will be squared, plus y minus 2. This will be squared as well. And then the radius, which is 9, will be squared. So we end up with x plus 3. This will be squared, plus y minus 2. And this will be equal to 81. And that's it. We have gotten the answer. Now, that's what we have to do whenever we're given the center and the radius. Now, what happens if they give us the center? So in this example, they give us the center, and it is -31 divided by 2, comma, 7 times the square root of 5. And instead of the radius, they give us the area of that circle. And they say that the area equals pi. Now we know that the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Now this area here and this one are the same. So we can rewrite that pi equals pi times radius squared. This one right here is this, and this is obviously this. So from here, we know that whenever we have the same value on both sides of an equality, such as in this case, the value is simplified to 1. So we end up with 1 equals the square radius. Therefore, the radius is equal to 1. So now we have the coordinates for the center and the radius. So we can substitute. It'll be x minus -31/2 will be squared, plus y minus 7 times the square root of 5. This will be squared, and this equals a radius that is 1 squared. So we end up with x plus 31/2 squared plus y minus 7 times the square root of 5 squared, and this equals 1. And that's it. That's for the second example. Now, what happens if they give us the center and the circumference? Let's imagine that we have the center as 17/2, comma, -5/2. And they tell us that the circumference equals 12 pi. Now, by definition, we know that the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. So in the same way as in the example before, the circumference is this. So we can write that 12 pi equals 2 times pi times the radius. Again, the pi is simplified to 1. And we end up with 12 equals 2 times the radius. The 2 will go to the other side dividing. So we end up with 12 divided by 2. And we have that the radius is 6. So now we have all the information we require. So we substitute, we have x minus 17 halves squared plus y minus negative 5 halves squared will equal 6 squared. So we end up with x minus 17 halves squared plus y plus 5 halves squared equals 36. That's it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in our next video.